everybody. Thanks. My name is Andrew Magliozzi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of AdmitHub, and we build conversational AI for college success. I've been working in the ed tech field my entire career, and never have I seen anything that moves student behavior quite like this, so I'm glad to share it with you. So first of all, the problems we solve in higher ed. Most of you are probably aware of these things, but every year about 2 million students apply to college in the US, get admitted, and say they're going sometime in the spring, and by the time September rolls around, about 14% of them, or more than 300,000 students, will fail to enroll. This costs colleges billions of dollars, and also costs our country and these students an untold amount in terms of lost education opportunity. Then, of the students who do make it, just over 50% are going to end up graduating in their course of the next 6 years. So there's a huge problem, obviously, in lost opportunity, lost revenue, and that's where we step in to help. So we build conversational AI, like I said, but essentially we're building a technology known as a chatbot that we tend to brand as the mascot of a university. The college is our customer, and we engage students from their first inquiry to, well, quite honestly, all the way to the end of their educational experience and beyond. We do this meeting them where they are on their mobile phones. There's nothing to download, nothing to sign up for. They just get a text message or Facebook message or really any other chat correspondence through any medium you can imagine. We're nimble, we're enjoyable, we're personalized, and we're available 24/7, 365. A little bit of how it looks. We provide on-demand assistance, so if a student has a question any time of day, we can answer it in an automated way. Currently, we answer about the top 4,000 questions in admissions and enrollment. We bring joy to the process. I think I could watch this animated GIF for like 2 hours. Maybe I already have. It's captivating. And actually infusing the process of going to college and getting through it with some joy and fun is part of the secret sauce of what makes our product sticky. And also, we do this proactive guided conversations where we are taking you step by step every turn in a personalized way through whatever you need to help with. Combining all of this is a pretty awesome experience. This is how it looks and feels for students. They get joy, they get personalization, they get obviously their questions answered whenever they have them. And oddly enough, the students tell us they enjoy asking questions of a virtual assistant more than even asking a person, for the precise reason that they don't feel judged by potentially asking what they might think is a stupid question. So we see engagement dramatically increasing with the partners that we work with. So this is how it feels for students. This is how I felt when I first launched our initial campaign. As in my previous careers, used to text message with students a lot. I ran a tutoring company, and I used to struggle texting about 10 students at a time. The first time I ran a campaign, I was messaging with 2,000 students simultaneously, and my head didn't explode. So it was a pretty rewarding experience and pretty amazing as well. And now we're giving that experience to our 25 partners on a daily basis. But also, I love Gene Wilder, and this movie is awesome if you haven't seen it. To tell you a little bit more about the impact that we bring, I wanted to highlight a case study with Georgia State University. Our partners over there, Scott Burke and Tim Rennick, are amazing individuals, and they took a leap of faith with us. They were our first institutional partner, and they were struggling mightily with summer melt. In fact, more than the nation's average, they were around 19% of committed students failing to enroll, which was costing them obviously a lot of money and a lot of opportunity for these kids. So we stepped in and did a randomized control trial run by some outside academics. We segmented the population. Half of the students were introduced to Pounce, their virtual assistant, and the other half were maintained in a control group. And over the course of about 5 months, we exchanged around 185,000 messages with the students and ultimately brought enrollment up in the treatment group by about 4%. They told us that equated to around, well, I'll tell you that in a second. The other outcomes that we highlighted were pretty startling as well. I mean, what you have to understand is that this behavior change doesn't happen all at once. It's not like a single message is the thing that drives a student to enroll, but it's really about moving the needle on behavior in all of the intermediate steps. These are the fundamentals of behavioral science and behavioral economics. So we increased really cooperation and engagement around really every step of the enrollment process, ultimately leading to that 4% boost in enrollment. And Scott said, in addition, that it would have cost him at least 10 full-time additional staff members to be able to run this sort of intervention without the automation that we brought to the table. And ultimately, the impact, this is the slide I thought was coming earlier, was around $3 million in additional tuition revenue for them, as well as staff time that they saved. Overall, we were able to automate around 98.5% of all messages that we exchanged with students in that first intervention, and since then we've scaled up. Actually, last year they messaged around 50,000 students at the university and exchanged, I think, a little more than 1.5 million messages. So we've started, obviously, in admissions and enrollment, but have since progressed into student success and helping students persist and ultimately lead to graduation. We have another RCT we're planning starting in September, which I'm very excited for, with a couple of great partners. And look at ourselves being the conversational layer powered by AI for the full life cycle of the student journey on the path to and through college. Here is a glimpse of the obligatory logos that we're associated with. I'm super excited for some of these that are launching soon. And we've had fantastic partners all around. My name is Andrew Magliozzi, like I said again. This is my email, my blog, and my GitHub account. As I said, I'm the technical founder, but I also wanted to give folks the opportunity to ask questions. I don't know if this usually happens. If anyone has any, please feel free to shout. If you don't have any, I have some additional slides I'm glad to show you. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, shoot. Who's responding to the messages? Oh, someone asked who's responding. So 99% of the time, it's our virtual assistants, the mascot of the school. But the 1% of the time that our automation can't handle a question, maybe we've never seen it or never seen it in that particular form, we route it directly to a staff member at the school via email. And to respond to the student, they just simply reply to the email, and it gets sent to the student, and we have an opportunity to learn. I guess that's it. They're giving me the red card. So thank you, everybody, and let me know what you think.